All right, folks, welcome back. Today, I thought it'd be a good idea to go over some details, right? So I'm going to share with you a little bit about the engine, a little bit about the front drive, the accessory drive, and kind of how I came about where I'm at, and how I got it all completed for under 1,100 bucks. All right, well, going through this process was a little difficult because I didn't want to spend $3 grand on a front drive assembly. I was just trying, money is sporadic for me when it comes to this stuff, so I try to do what I can with what I have when I have it. And in this moment, I just wanted to commit to something that was less expensive, that was like nice, presentable, that would look good when the car's done, and it was versatile, right? And it would work with what I'm doing. So after a bunch of homework, looking at CVF and ICT and a couple other companies, Holley had this cool system that was probably their most economical system. And this is a low mount bracket, right? So it goes on the driver's side, your alternator sits low, your power steering pump sits high. And the part number on this is 20-155. And I'll tell you what makes that piece almost like, what's almost as cool as this piece is the fact that it comes with this, which is their fitment guide, okay? So it doesn't come with anything. It comes with a bracket, some hardware, and a spacer for your idler pulley. And that's it, that is it. But it tells you everything you need to make it work. And when I first found this, I was really intrigued because I could go through and I could really do the math and find out what all this was going to cost me with all the part numbers, right? So you can see here there's like type 1, 2, and 3. I went with type 1, okay? And really it came about based on parts that were available at a good price. So it was just a bunch of shopping, right? Facebook Marketplace and eBay and whatever. So let me see. So this bracket I found on eBay, open box, for 175 bucks. Nothing wrong with it. All the hardware was here. It's polished, which is, I guess, kind of nice. That, super straightforward after I committed. It tells me the idler pulley, which all the part numbers are right here. So 125-64401 is the idler pulley part number. Let's see. The water pump was the next big piece. And the water pump, and this is also polished, right? Which was not planned, to be honest. I just found this on Marketplace. It's a PRW brand. I don't know anything about it. This thing could go south as soon as I turn it, get it running. But it came with the radiator hose fitting. And I think I paid 75 bucks for this, brand new, never used. I think I paid 55 for the idler tension, or the tension idler pulley. But this was all complete, right? And it tells you in that book exactly which one to get. Now, I did have to source my hardware for that, which is easy. But this pump is an LS1, 2, and 6 water pump. 98 to 02 F body, and then C5, so 97 to 04. I'm using the wide pulley pump, which is good for the middle belt placement. Other than that, yes, the tensioner, this tensioner is part number, it's a GM part number, 125-60344. And of course, I got all of this stuff off eBay for reasonably, like, you can shop, 40 different sellers and get a pretty good price on that. Try to do the best, at least I try to do the best I could to not buy random Chinese junk, but anymore, a lot of it is. So anyways, the alternator I did get off eBay as well. Let me see here. The alternator part number is 157-54097. And these are specifically low mount. I think they go on a ton of different cars, right? So don't quote me on any of this, but 98 to 06 F body, and then 96 to 05 trucks, and then anything, let me see, 97 and up Corvettes, those alternators will not work with this. And then the 2010 and up alternators for Camaros do not go with this. And a lot of it has to do with this bolt spacing here. It's like just a little bit bigger. So they're really careful. You gotta do your homework, make sure you don't buy the wrong one. Power steering pump. This was kind of I took my time on this. I really wish I could have afforded to go with like a nice turn 1 pump, but this is a good alternative. Now I paid $329 for this. This is a Jones Racing pump. Part number is PS9008-ALR. This is a Saginaw GM style Type 2 pump. Now, the good thing about this guide is it tells you which power steering pump pulley to get. So if you just want to go complete GM stock, then I think you can get just about any one of these as long as it's oriented correctly. And probably as important as anything else is that these all mounting holes need to be threaded. All right, this particular one, this one and this one are not threaded. So I actually had to go through here and tap this, put threads in it. And then I had to actually go bigger on the bolt, which is fine, but then you have to be really careful that everything fits and the spacing is correct. And in addition to, the pulley that came on this was a smaller pulley for increased pressure, which I wanted. I mean, this was the right fit for what I'm doing with the car. For now, it's nice, it's reliable, but this is a smaller pulley and it's not offset the same as the one that they require from a 97 Corvette. So I actually have these like 3/8 inch spacers. I hope you can see that. Anyways, so this spaces the pulley in and lines everything up. So this is not necessarily, if you're not careful, it will not be cut and dry. You will have to make sure you're getting the right parts. Make sure that all the belts line up, or the belt lines up, all that stuff. So anyways, this was $329. I forget what the alternator was. I don't think the alternator was more than 130, 140 bucks. And this is 140 amp. The next thing was, and this isn't necessarily part of the front drive kit, but I just want to show it to you guys. So I just went with a $110 catch cam from Moroso. This is all reliable. It's got 6 AN MTP fittings on both sides. I could fit it, plumb it. It's going to work just fine. Little bleeder at the bottom. And then I made this aluminum bracket, which is not correct. I accidentally drilled those holes out. Anyways, fun times, right? So anyways, all of this being said, I am in, I think I'm in under 1,100 bucks, which if you were, that includes the fluid dampener, harmonic balancer that I have. That's an SFI rated. It's used, but I got it for like 220 bucks and it's ready to go. So anyways, I just thought I'd share that with you. I'll let you guys know what it looks like here when we get done. So just a little piece, wanted to share that with you folks. Thought I'd break it up and let you guys know kind of you know, what front drive accessory or accessory drive setup I'm using. It's always a big part of the planning process when building one of these. So for budget-minded folks, I'm good with this. You know what I mean? Everything's easily accessible, not accessible, but replaceable. I mean, everything's available. And then the best part about it is that this Holly bracket and this alignment is compatible with their AC bracket, which is for another 150 bucks. I can put AC on this with the bracket, pull this tensioner pulley off, and I'm ready to rock and roll. My harmonic balancer has the AC. Well, I think it would all run off one belt. But anyways, yeah, easy transition to put AC on the car. So anyways. All right, well, that's it for this one. I just thought it'd be helpful to share that. I know that's one of those critical things when you're building one of these, getting the front drive assembly figured out and committed to. So hopefully it was helpful. Next week, we focus on, or not next week, but the video that's gonna come up next time is gonna be on closing up the motor, getting the oil pan front and rear covers on, get the balancer on, get the oil pump on, show you guys what I'm using for, you know, the different oil provisions I'm making and try to keep this thing safe, keep it together. I'll go over parts and show a little bit more, share a little bit more about the motor. Kind of did a halfway video about it a while ago, but I'll try to share some of those details. But anyways, thanks for watching. If this is helpful and you guys have waited this long, appreciate it, man. Subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. See you guys.